controversy. Here we go.
Is it
I
Matt
do
Murray?
not have Carey Price in my top 2.
Wow.
Oh,
Darcy Kemper. Darcy
Good
Kemper
one.
is my number 1, and here's why. Over the past 2 seasons, Kemper has had a .925 save percentage playing for the Arizona Coyotes. The Coyotes are 17th in expected goals against per 60 over that period of time, but they're 4th in actual goals against per game. And that's because of this man. So the only reason that you don't see Kemper's name a lot is because he's playing for such a bad team, but he has provided elite goaltending consistently for the Coyotes. And then I went with Binnington. Binnington, Stanley Cup champion, also had some really good numbers. And I think he could be a solid starter as well if Kemper falters. If we're going extras, then maybe that's where I throw Carey Price in. Maybe you do bring the veteran in just in case the young guys who don't have a lot of international experience, falter or crumble under the pressure, and you need that veteran in there. Maybe that's where I put Carey Price in. But I just don't see him as a starter. Like I've already said earlier, I just don't think he is that elite goaltender anymore. And I think he's getting by more on name recognition than talent at this point.
My question with Kemper, and it's interesting that you have him as number 1, is this is going to be the most high pressure situation in Canadian hockey in the last 8 years, because it's been so long since they've had an Olympic team. And he's been out playing in Arizona in the desert where, let's just say, the pressure isn't there. You look at a guy like Carey Price, he's playing every day in Montreal. Everything he does is scrutinized. He knows how to handle that pressure. He knows what to expect from the Canadian media. Like, does that play anything into it, or are you just looking straight on ice? He's playing better, and you throw everything else out, and you think he's a pro. He'll figure it out.
I'm basically looking straight at results and numbers in terms of picking those two, but that is why I would take Price as the third. Like, to be honest, I don't even think he's Canada's third best goalie at this point. Like, I would have Carter Hart and maybe even Mackenzie Blackwood above him.
Blackwood is very underrated. Very underrated.
Yeah.
Actually.
And I mean, he's early into his career too, but he's put up some spectacular numbers, better than Price's these past few years. But I would maybe take Price because of that veteran leadership, because he has played in those big pressure games. You're right. Kemper, he hasn't played in a lot of big pressure games. He's not in a big market. Binnington has. He's won a cup. So he's proven that he can play under those types of pressures. But internationally, he's a bit of an unknown as well. So that's why I would take Price there. But I have Kemper there strictly based on performance the last couple of years.
Offside.